Hi, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. Don here. It's been a while since I have done a straight podcast. Last time we chatted a few months ago, I got a little bit burnt out with doing the podcast. I was doing them, initially it was daily, but then it got a little overwhelming, and then I think I fell in a rut. That happens to a lot of us, I think. That happened right after I got back from my vacation. Then I was like, I'm just not going to do any of this stuff. I'm tired of it. And then I went on, and I read a good book recently. I'll put, if you want to look it up, it's called Bumpers. And basically the premise is there are certain bumpers that make our life easier. And I guess you could call them habits as well. The analogy the author gave was when you go play bowling, when you go bowl and you use the bumpers on the side, and those bumpers kind of keep your ball in alignment and help you get more pins down. And the bumpers are those actions that you consistently do that give you better results. Another way of saying it is your habits, and they tend to be goal-focused habits. And I enjoyed this book, and it helped me out in terms of just kind of reassessing. But one of the main topics in there was his idea of cyclical progress. And what is cyclical progress? This is something that I guess I knew, but I never realized. Let's take an example of someone that's losing weight. If you lose weight, you tend to lose a little bit, and then you gain a little bit, and then you lose a little bit, but you're kind of trending in the right direction. And our lives are like this. They tend to trend. You get a little bit better, then you go back, then you get better. And this is in our personal life, this is in our health, this is in our practice, this is in everything. And the more times you are exposed or you keep trying, you're going to get better and better as long as you don't give up. And I'm kind of like a on or off type of person, and I didn't realize, and I kind of forgot that all these things were cyclical, even with Podiatry Practice Mastery. As I've been working on it, I kind of get frustrated. I'm like, I'm not seeing the progress, and normally the reason for the lack of progress is not anything else besides me, because I'm doing it on the side in my kind of in between patient time. And so I've been the latest couple kind of progress you guys have been following. If you've been following from the beginning, let's talk about a few things that have been working well and a few things that haven't been working well. One of the things I think that hasn't been working well is my website, Podiatry Practice Mastery, because there was too many offers on there. So I recently watched a video. So I was once again, my website is done via Kajabi, and on Kajabi they have these like success calls, and I could never really fit it into my schedule. Finally I fit it in noontime on a Monday between patients, or at lunchtime, and they gave me some good ideas, and the best idea was they told me to read Donald Miller's book called Storybrand. If you haven't read that book, it's a good book. And then he has this kind of a 3-video series about revamping your website, and I am kind of revamping both Podiatry Practice Mastery and my Dr. Pelto website using this Storybrand format. Basically, you talk about kind of what the customer wants when they come there, what you want them to do, and then maybe offer only one lead magnet. That's just one thing that they can download. What I've noticed on my website is there's just way too many offers for everyone. There's like 3 ebooks, there's courses, and everyone gets confused. I didn't realize this, but everyone gets confused. What he talks about is a really simple website. So how am I going about revamping this? And Jim McDonald, if you're listening, I know he does Podiatry Growth, which is his websites. I'd love to know your opinion if you're listening. What I'm doing is I put on one Google Doc, and I went through his 5-segment series and only putting a few words. I want to have a website with very few words, very simplistic. Let's talk about what I'm going to be doing for Podiatry Practice Mastery. The whole focus is for people to buy the 30-day practice blueprint and then I'm going to include the webinars and the patient presentations as a bonus. That's my whole goal. So if you're listening to it today, it would behoove you to go and find it on there. Okay, you can download it for free because I'm going to put up the price. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put up, I don't know what's going to be, whatever, maybe $6.95 or $9.95 or whatever, some number. Because if people just, and the reason is, and Kajabi took me and they looked at who downloaded the 30-day practice blueprint currently that's free, and they said, Don, the problem with offering it free is people don't listen to it. And so if you listen to it today and you get it and you don't listen to it, that you're the reason. Whereas if you pay for it, you're going to feel obliged to listen to it. And that's the main reason. And people take one topic and you sell 2 more orthotics with everything that's in there, you're going to pay the $9.97 or whatever the price is. It's going to be worth it. If you don't pay, you're probably not going to go through it. So that's the whole premise. Okay? And to not confuse people, I was originally thinking you have to have multiple different types of offers, but I'm just going to leave just that one offer there and add the webinar stuff and the patient presentations as a bonus. So that's how I'm going to be fixing that Podiatry Practice Mastery website. Okay? And then I want to figure out kind of one call to action, which I'm thinking is going to be just a little workshop or a little video, because videos are easier for me. And then the other cool thing I was learning, I was watching this other guy, is if you want to do your lead magnets, there's a couple of different ways of doing it, but the easiest that I found lately, a lead magnet basically is like something you're going to give away to patients. Just doing it in Google Docs. You just put it in Google Docs, you make it, and you print as a PDF, or you save it as a PDF, and that's the easiest way to make your little free download. You should be seeing some examples, but kind of doing something like that, maybe changing the color up top, putting your logo, and then offering that free download. You don't need anything special to do that. I like the idea of offering this of value. So with Podiatry Practice Mastery, there's going to be, then once people sign up for that, whatever my free giveaway is, then you're going to have a couple of value offers, and you're going to go to that. And you're going to go into the normal sequence of emails. So that's what I'm doing with Podiatry Practice Mastery. The other thing I wanted to share about is how I am using my virtual assistant. So that's what I'm going to talk about in the next episode. I remember I went with King. King was from the Philippines, didn't really work. I do have someone new named Veronica, and that's what I'm going to be talking about next. Once again, go to Podiatry Practice Mastery, see what I have there. If you're listening to this after, what my kind of call to action is. If it's a course, buy the course, because I need just 2 more orthotics and it'll pay for it. I think the price will be about $9.97. Once again, why do I have to pay? Why do people have to pay? Because they don't do it otherwise. That's what I have learned. Okay, until next time.